Ladies and gentlemen, I have 6 cards here alternating red, black, red, black, red, black. And on this side, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. But watch, if I take the cards, snap my fingers, give the cards a little wave, those cards unseparate, and now it's red, 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 black, black, black. And on this side, blue, 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 red, red, red. Isn't that crazy? What is up, guys? It is Nick Raff, and welcome back to another video. This week we're going to be learning another card trick, and this card trick uses one sleight of hand move. I mean, the other ones you do behind your back, but one sleight of hand move that happens out in the open. It's the easiest sleight of hand move in the entire world, and I can guarantee you, if you perform this trick out in public, they will not catch you doing the move, and it'll actually build your confidence and want to make you perform other tricks with more difficult sleight of hand. Before we jump into a performance of this card trick, last week I uploaded a video teaching 3 easy magic tricks anybody can do with household items. So if you haven't seen that video yet, I'll link a card up here and also link it down in the description as well. So go ahead and watch that video if you're looking for more easy magic tricks that don't involve playing cards. Also, if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon, and also smash that like button like every other YouTuber says, because it really does help the channel out. Alright, let's jump into the performance of the trick. If you were here right now, I'd have you pick out a card, but you're not, so I'll just do it myself. We'll pick out this one right here. Lock this card into your brain. Do not forget what it is. You got it? Perfect. We're going to stick that card into the middle of the deck. One more look. Stick the card into the middle of the deck, and you can see it's actually going into the center of the deck. Push it all the way in, and I'm actually holding no cuts or breaks in the deck. I'm going to go behind my back and find the card that you picked. Here we go. On my back. And there it is. Got it. I can guarantee you this is the card that you picked. Alright, I'm going to take this card now, go behind my back again, and stick the card upside down in the deck. Alright, here we go. Back behind my back, flip the card, stick it back into the deck. Perfect. Alright. Now, if we spread through, you will see all the cards are facing one way, except for one card, which happens to be your card, the Ace of Clubs. This trick requires one little setup move, and then you'll be ready to perform it. So if you're ready to learn this trick, hit that like button. Grab yourself a deck of cards. It doesn't matter if it's a full deck of cards or not, and the only little move you have to do before you perform this trick is flip over the entire deck of cards so that all the cards are facing up. Take the bottom card, technically the top now, take that card and flip it over, and now turn the entire deck back over. That is your setup. So now you should have all the cards are face down, except for the bottom card of the deck is now face up. That's it. That's all you need to do. Now, when you go to perform the trick, you just have somebody pick out a card. They pick out any one they want. They have a free choice. They take one. Doesn't matter what it is. In this case, it's the 10 of hearts. And this is the only secret move in the entire trick. And it's great because it's disguised by the spectator taking the card and showing it around to their friends or family, and you do this secret move, which is really sneaky. It's super cool. So they're showing the card around. The only thing that you have to do is flip over the deck of cards. That's it. That's pretty much the entire trick. That's it. Seriously, I'm not joking. So they pick a card out as they're showing it to their friends, flip over the cards. That's it. Nobody's going to notice. I promise you, nobody's going to notice. So when you flip over the cards, what you have now is one face down card, and the rest of the cards, as you can see, are face up. So it looks like to the spectator, like nothing changed. Like they picked a card out, they're showing it around, you flip the cards, and it looks like the top of the deck still. This still looks like the top of the deck. And they think all the other cards are face down, but they're really not. And then you take the card back and you stick it into the middle of the deck. It doesn't matter where it goes. Just make sure again that you don't spread the cards. Just keep the cards all squared up so it looks like every card in the deck is face down. So they push the card in wherever they want. Now comes the part where we go behind our back and fix the deck. Because right now the deck doesn't look too good. It's a little dirty. We have one face down card here. The rest of the cards are face up. And then the other face down card is in the middle of the deck, and that's the one that they picked, the 10 of hearts. So that's where we're at. So we have to go behind our back to clean up our little mess right here. So when I go behind my back, this is what I say. I'm going to go behind my back and find your card. So I go behind my back, and this is what happens behind my back. All I do is take the top card here, the one that's face down, pull it off the deck, come back out in front and say, I think I found your card. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make this a lot more difficult. I'm gonna go behind my back and flip the card and stick it back into the middle of the deck. So then I go back behind my back, and all I do is I take this face up and just stick it back on the deck face up, and then flip the entire deck over behind my back. I come back out in front, so now the deck is completely clean, 100% clean. And all you have to do is spread the cards out, show all the cards are facing one way except for one card, which happens to be their selected card, the 10 of hearts. Let's review this one more time. Take the bottom card of the deck, flip it upside down, put the rest of the cards on top. So now you have all face down cards, and then the last card at the bottom of the deck is face up. You have your spectator pick a card out, it doesn't matter which one they pick. As they're looking at it, as they're showing it around to their friends, you just take the cards in your hand and flip them 180 degrees. So now you have one face down card, the rest of the cards are face up in the deck. You keep the cards squared up. You grab their card back and you stick it back into the middle of the deck. It doesn't matter where it goes as long as it goes into the middle. You push that all the way in the middle. Then you say, I'm going to go behind my back and find your card. So again, as you go behind your back, this is the exposed view. I'm not going to really be behind my back. All I'm doing is grabbing this card right here, which is the only face down card. I come back out in front. I say, hey, this is your card right here. But I'm actually going to put this card, flip this card upside down and push it back into the deck. You go back behind your back, and all you do is take this card and throw it onto the bottom of the deck face up. So now you're completely clean. You just flip the deck one more time, so now it's face down. You come out in front, and there's two ways you can reveal their card. You can either spread the cards like this and show that their card is the only face up one in the deck, or you could do what I did in the video and came back out in front, flip the cards over again and spread through all the face up cards, and you can see that there's one that's face down, and that is their card, which I like this way a little bit better. And there's a reason why I like this way better, is because there's a little bit more drama to it. It's not all of a sudden as you're spreading through there's one card, right? I mean, that's cool, that's really impressive, it pops nicely because it's the only, you know, card that's face up in the deck. But for some reason, I like the idea of having that extra little bit of theater and drama in this, where you come back out in front and you spread through the cards. And sometimes I like to say, look for your card for me. And I'll say, you'll see all the cards are facing one way except for one, and I'll push their card out and I'll spread through the rest of them, just to show that that's the only card that's face down in the entire deck. And I say, what was the card that you picked? And they say the Jack of Spades, and I look at it for a second, give a little smile, and then slowly flip over that card, and boom, there it is, the Jack of Spades. A couple more small things to make this a more impressive trick. We'll just say we turn over the bottom card here, all the cards are face down except for that bottom one. We'll just pick out a random card here, which happens to be the Ace of Hearts. So you're probably going to be a little bit nervous about this turning the entire deck over while the card's being shown around, and I get it. It's kind of a bold move, really. You're just turning over the cards, but I really wouldn't think too much of this at all, because all the focus is going to be on this card. This person's going to be showing this card around. That gives you the perfect misdirection just to flip over the cards. That's it. That's all. That's the only move in this entire trick. The only real move in this entire trick. So if you're a little bit nervous about this move, there's a couple different ways we can go about this. As they're showing the cards around, what you could do if you're at a table right here, so you pick out a card, they pick one, as they're showing it around, all you got to do is just flip your hands around like this as they're showing it around, and the move is done. The entire deck has been flipped over. So again, what that's going to look like is we'll put this back into the deck. You spread the cards out, have somebody pick a card, they pick it as that card is being shown around to everybody, and all you got to do is just rest your hands on the table and just kind of look around and wait until that card's been shown around, and then just grab the deck in the other hand, and you can take the card back and stick that into the middle of the deck, and then just go through the rest of the trick. That's it. So you're probably wondering, hey, how am I going to do this trick if I'm standing up and I don't have a table around? Well, it's even easier. The only really move that you have to do while you're standing up is pick a card out. As that card's being shown around, the Seven of Hearts, as they're showing it to all their buddies, you can literally just flip the deck over. I'm telling you, all the misdirection is in them showing this card around that you can get away with like almost highway robbery. So they're showing the card around, just flip over the deck. But if you're a little nervous about that, what you could do is have them pick out a card. They're showing it around, 9 of diamonds, they're showing it around. You could literally just turn your back and say, oh, I don't want to see it. And as you turn your back, that's when you just flip over the cards. So just turn your back, oh, I don't want to see the card, flip over the deck, come back, and then proceed with the rest of the trick. So that's one way of doing it as well if you don't feel comfortable. That's also a very viable option. I mean, personally, I like to be a little ballsy. I just like to flip over the deck. I don't know why I get more of an adrenaline rush out of it. I don't know what it is. But it's totally up to you, whatever you feel most comfortable with. You can also do this trick with a completely shuffled deck of cards, which is really awesome. So say your friend has a deck of cards, they shuffle it up, they hand it over to you. You have them pick out any card they want. They pick one, the 10 of diamonds. As they're looking at it and as they're showing it around, that's when you do the move that we did in the beginning of the trick. We have to take the bottom card, flip it over, and flip over the entire deck. So you can actually get away with that too, which is really cool. So the cards can be shuffled. So we'll go through that one more time. Shuffle deck of cards, they hand it to you, you have them pick one out. So the 10 of spades, as they're showing it around, you just take this bottom card, flip it over, put the rest of the deck on top, and flip the entire deck. So this might be a time that you could turn your back if you feel more comfortable. Turn your back and do this move. Just flip this over, flip the entire deck behind your back as they're showing around the card. Or if you're feeling really ballsy and you just want to do it in front of them while they're showing around the card, just do that too. As they're showing it around, just kind of nonchalantly take the cards, flip over the bottom card, and just flip over the deck. And boom, you're good to go. Take the card back, put it in the middle of the deck, and proceed with the rest of the trick. I hope you guys got some enjoyment out of learning this awesome, easy card trick that just about anybody could do with a little bit of practice. So practice, 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 and go freak out your friends, because this trick is awesome. And like I said, it's a good way to get into learning a little bit of sleight of hand and being a little bit ballsy while you're performing. And I guarantee you, nobody's gonna notice you doing the switch. Just make it natural. Like I said, all you have to do is, if you're at a table, just keep your hands like this, you have them pick one out, and as they're showing it around, just nonchalantly put your hands on the table like you're waiting for them to be finished. And nobody's gonna notice. Grab the cards, put the card back in, proceed with the rest of the trick. And again, if you're standing up and you feel uncomfortable, have them pick one out, show it around. Oh, I don't wanna see the card. And you turn your back and just flip over the cards while your back is turned, come back out in front, and proceed with the rest of the trick, because now we're set up, ready to go. So I don't want you to feel like that this is completely impossible to do. It might take a little bit of practice just to make sure you got all the moves down and your patter or lines that you're gonna say down properly. But I can guarantee you that, there's a lot of guarantees. I say guarantee a lot too. I can guarantee you that you're gonna freak out all the people that you perform this for, and I really hope you guys have some fun with this trick. With all that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and gained something valuable from it, and I really hope you guys go to perform this trick, because it is a really, really fun trick to perform. If you guys want to see more card trick tutorials, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys next week with a magic kit review. Alright, see you guys next time. Peace.